Rob, did you want to rebuttal or say anything before? You're on mute, Rob. You're on mute.
Oh yeah, I do want to rebuttal. Because okay, what I'm really trying to highlight for Gabby and women like Gabby is more so for the brothers, for the guys that are watching men, because the women seem to have a lot of opinions, and they want men to do all the work. So as a man who's going to do the work, I want men to see that there's an example to either follow or not follow, because the way women talk about these men doesn't seem like it's somebody I want to be. It doesn't seem like it's somebody I can look up to and like somebody I can grow into being. I don't want to be these men the way these women talk about them. They talk about him in a way that's not respectful for the most part. They talk about him in a way that's
Huh?
not really like giving them that much praise for being that man to give things to him. So why would I want to be that man? It doesn't sound appeasing to me.
I disagree because I don't think I said anything that was disrespectful. I'm just speaking facts. I'm just
I,
telling the truth.
no, I
But
get it.
also, but
So
also
different, man.
you it sounds like you're wanting more from a woman than just her looks, from just that little bit of what you just said there.
She
But
does.
earlier you said, oh, you never see any athletes with big women, that 200-pound women and all these things. But then you come back to, oh, but the way that these women are describing these men, I wouldn't want to be that man. But you're not looking for that anyway. So now I have a question for you. When you're looking for a woman, I don't know if you have a woman in your situation, but if you're dating and you're looking for a woman, what do you exactly look for? What do you want her to bring to the table?
I'm very simple. I already have a set standard. Just got to be humble, attentive, and helpful.
What's she gotta look like?
I mean, looks is like eye beholder. She has to be attractive to me. I want her to be represent me well when we go in public. But as far as who she is as an archetype or personality, that's neither here nor there. That's for me. But as long as she's humble, attentive, and helpful, and I want a dutiful wife. Most men want dutiful wives. If I want a kept woman, that's very simple. I just have enough money to keep your hair done and your nails done and whatever else. Um,
What about what I said doesn't give you that? You said helpful, dutiful, all of these things. Can she not be helpful and dutiful?
because anytime I've seen you or your content, and the whole time you've been talking, you haven't described anything helpful to the man. You haven't provided. You
Okay,
haven't.
okay. Let me budge in really quick. Then Musanova, we are gonna go to you. Rob, you're gonna stay up here. Listen, again, I talked to Gabby personally. Listen, again, when y'all see this woman's content, it's not giving any of like the things that her and I discussed. But Gabby, while she has these requirements that she has of men, Gabby is also a woman. And Sierra, I hope you're listening. I hope you and your peons, I hope you and your minions are listening. Gabby also said that, she's more than open and willing to do, the things that a stay-at-home mom, a stay-at-home wife is going to do. She's open and willing to forego her career to be this helper, to be this supportive man, to her husband and for her family. And let me say this really quick before I let you speak, Melissa Nova. Ladies, please get this. Listen, even in 2023, y'all are having a hard time discerning men that want to have a good time with y'all and men that actually want to pursue serious committed relationships with y'all. Like Rob said, forget about even Rob saying it. Just listen. When men are looking for girlfriends, when men are looking for wives, it's way deeper than how fat your ass is, okay? It's way deeper than how good your head is, okay? It's the girl, it's two girls. It's the girl that the man's gonna make his girlfriend, his wife, and the mother of his kids, and it's the fun girl, okay? The fun girl, that's the girl that he's gonna go on vacation with. That's the girl he's gonna be hitting from the back on the balcony outside, letting everybody see, having threesomes, doing all this other stuff. And then there is their girlfriend, there is their wife. So you pick and choose which one of those two women that you want to be. Muscle Nova, thank you for waiting patiently. Go ahead.
Hi guys, good night. Good night to Gabby.
Good night. Hi.
You are beautiful. And
Thank
I've been
you.
following I'm not following you, but I've been seeing your content on the For You page. Firstly, I want to say, ladies, black ladies within the black community, you are beautiful ladies. I want the men, I want our men to respect our women. We are thick in the hips and we are thick in the
Period.
booty and we are thick in the legs. We can get rid of these thick hips and this thick curvy figure. So men, you gotta respect that. We eat beans and rice. Okay? But let's talk about something here. We live, I was born and raised in the Caribbean, in the small island of Trinidad and Tobago,
Yes,
which is
Trinidad.
more in the individualistic, which no, not which is more collectivist, where we are all in groups. We do everything in groups. In the United States, which is the Western culture, is more individualistic, where everyone is all about me, me, me. So it's different in culture. Out here in the US, the dating pool is competitive, where are difficult. These men out here, they have a lot of requirements. But the men in the Caribbean, they love their thick woman. If you're not thick, you're not it. Hello? If you are not thick, you are not it. Meaning that if you are not thick, you got to be thick. You got to have some meat on those bones. So I don't know what is all about this, about a woman's figure. Okay? Let me tell you all something. I used to wear weave and I used to wear my eyelashes. You know what I did a few months ago? I decided to wear my natural hair. Right now, my hair is natural. I don't wear eyelashes as much as before. I am not competing with anyone, okay? Yes, I do work out, I watch what I eat, but at the same time, I do me. I want the black woman in the United States to start loving themselves, okay? Forget about the men with their requirements, because at the end of the day, if he's going to cheat, sister. You go and you did that BBL at Dr. Miami. You know what happened? He still cheat. So what Gabby is saying, we are not going to lower our standards, okay? Wear your natural hair, ladies, okay? Stop competing with each other. Look what's happening. These women are going to DR, they are going to Dr. Miami, and they are not even coming off that surgery table alive. They are dying on that surgery table because why? They want to impress these men. For what? Why are you competing with each other? Love yourself. We can't get rid of our hips and our legs. It's all thick. We like beans and rice. We're not going to eat fruits and vegetables all the days of our lives. Come on. We like meat and our... Come on, man. Stop it. Stop. Stop competing us with other races. We're going to be thick. What's wrong with being thick? What's wrong with women being thick? What's wrong with women being dark or with a natural hair? Huh? Why we have to be competing? Stop it. Let's embrace our sisters, because the more when men talk about, oh, well, I like a woman who is beautiful. Stop it. All is beautiful. All is beautiful. Stop it, men. Because you all do not know what you all are doing to your sisters when you all speak like this. Well, the celebrities are not going to date a thick woman. Stop it. Who cares what the celebrities does? They are not living out here in society. You and I are living out here in society. Okay? So stop degrading our women. They all are beautiful. From the 360 to the 400. Stop it. And Gabby, you do you, girl. You're not
Thank
going
you.
to lower your
Well,
standards for no one. So you
well, I
do
wish
you.
that was true for men, but men don't have
Thank
that
you.
luxury, do we?
Men don't have that
That is
luxury.
Hold on,
yeah,
time
that's
out, time out, time out, time out. Hey, okay, she gone. Who? Oh, Kev, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Well, what do you want me to address first, or should I just? I mean, we
No,
gonna
it's the
monologue.
floor is yours. Address what you want to address.
Well, I'm not gonna address nothing Gabby said because none of that is in reality. We live in America, and that's literally a fantasy. I'm with my brother in the corner. I have not seen a man come on any platform and say this is what I'm wanting to do for a woman just because she is beautiful and blah 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 blah. A lot of those things that happen in the shadows with men are is because they're insecure about how they look or because they lead with their wallet. Those men never stick around, which is why these women continue to be single. They're always talking about these men, but you never see them. They're always talking about what these men are paying for, but you never see them. You know what I'm saying? Which is great. Look, I want those men to stay in the shadows because they will be shamed by me and any other man with any type of stature. I work hard for my money. I make over the median in the United States, and I only work 56 hours every 2 weeks. Run my own business. I'm a father. I get child support. I spend money in my own home. I take care of my child by myself. She's been in my house since she was 5 years old. never complained about nothing I had to do, never required a woman that I dated to ever pay for anything, be a motherly figure, be anything to me in a relationship. But yet you hear women complain about being mothers, complain about having to go to work. I work a job and I take care of my daughter. You ever see me get on here and make a video talking about, man, I wish her mother would pay more child support, or man, I wish her mother would do more for her, right? But the thing is, when we talk about men in society and fathers and black men, it's always negative. It's always these black men don't do this. When the large percentage of fathers that are black are doing great for their children. 80% of black men in society actually marry black women, right? But we're talking about the 20% or the 9% of men who don't like black women, who don't want to respect black women, don't want to honor black women, don't want to protect black women. But them are the men that y'all allow between y'all legs. But then y'all project that negativity on the rest of the men in society as if we chose that man for you. No, you opened your legs up and chose him, right? And then you want to talk about finances and what a man must do, what a man must make, right? We can see the economy right now, how people are struggling to pay bills, struggling to put gas in their cars, struggling to find formula for their children, struggling to find a decent paying job. And you got women on this platform telling you what a man must do for them in a climate like this. And you telling me that a man gonna hear that, see that, and take and be like, you know what, that's the woman I want. Absolutely not. I don't know one man that's gonna see these women open their mouth, no matter how beautiful you are. Because no matter how beautiful you are, there's a woman just as beautiful as you that don't have the same requirements, that don't have the same disrespect, that didn't get brought up with no male figure in her home, that you can actually meet her father and go and have to impress him before you have to take her on a date. You don't have to just meet her brother who don't really care. You don't have to meet her mama who don't really care. You don't have to meet her father that she just learned about when she was 19, and she thought that he wasn't around, but really her mama kept him away from her. So now she learned how to have a father in her life. Like you don't have to deal with that with certain women, right? But when I was talking about what the black man got to go through and what the black man got to deal with and what the black man must accept. No, the black man must accept that we have power. We don't have to deal with most of these women in society. And if you work hard for your money, and if you really, really know about yourself as a black man and know what you want, there's a lot of women in society that open up their mouth and tell you you don't need to pick them. And that's what we need to do, is stay away from them type of women. We need to learn as black men that we have options. We got white women, Asian women, Chinese women, Mexican women, Arab women. We don't have no shortage of women that want us. No matter how bad the black woman talks about the black man in society, we don't have no shortage of women running to take us. We don't have no shortage of women that want to respect us. We don't have no shortage of women that want to marry us. We don't have no shortage of women that want to have a baby by us. No matter when they get through opening their mouth and talking how negative they want to talk about us, and they stopping your friends who are not of the same race as you are wanting a black man. So at the end of the day, all you're doing is closing the door on yourself. And like I said, I'm a black man that's gonna speak for that, because I ain't got no problem getting no woman. My inbox every day got another woman in it, and I'm not saying that as if I'm the best looking man in the world, but my mentality is great, my finances is great, my presence is great. I command the room when I walk into it, so I'm not worried about what no woman feels or what she says out her mouth, especially if it don't align with what I think. But I tell other men in society, once you build yourself up, you're not gonna waste your time with a large percentage of these women that's on this platform that only look good with these filters, only look good with a pile of makeup on their face, only look good with that strap on their body, only look good when they got this fitted clothing on. Tell them to unstrap something. Tell them to take that push-up bra off. You know what I'm saying? Like, you talk about insecurities and negativity. Women come on this platform and shame men for penis sizes and how tall they are and finances. But when we talk about a woman not having natural hair on top of her head, that's wrong. We talk about a woman having extra weight. That's wrong. We talk about a woman who on Section 8 or Section 42 using my tax dollars telling me I'm not good enough for her. We wrong. Man, stop it. I could go on.
No. Keep going.
I think you did. I think you got them all.
Wait.
Did you take
Hold
a
on.
breath? Did you breathe, sir?
Wait.
I would like to
Everybody,
intervene.
hold on.
Big facts. One more time for the people in the back.
Oh man. Hold on, man.
I would like to say something.
Wait. Everyone decompress for just take, let's all take a minute and decompress. Everybody inhale.
He done took all the breathing from me and for my goodness.
Everybody inhale.
The man's used truth breathing.
Woosah.
I'm glad
Everybody,
you got that off your chest, sir. I'm glad.
So before we move on to the next person, wait, brother, did you have any last words that you wanted to say?
No, I'm gonna go back in the bar with these beautiful women I was just with. It's their birthday. I came out to say this, but I'm gonna walk back in. So I appreciate y'all.
All right,
God
brother.
bless you.
Appreciate you. Gabby, you're the woman of the hour. Did you have any response to anything that he just said before we move on to the next person?
I mean, I agree with some of the stuff he was saying. I get that it can be hard out here for some of these men with good intentions. You know, some men have good intentions. You know, they want some sort of reciprocation, which I've never been against. I'm all about reciprocation, not monetarily, but in other ways. And I feel like, you know, he just obviously he'd been through some things. You know, he had a lot to get off his chest. He'd been through some things. Like he needed to get that out here. I'm glad he did. I hope he feels better. I hope he sleeps well at night. Like now that he got that off of his chest, that he can just sleep well and like like breathe, because he didn't take a breath that whole time. And I'm like, that's like some lung power, some lung power right there. But yeah, I mean, I feel him. I'm feeling him.
Okay. Keeping up with Erica, thank you for waiting patiently, ma'am. The floor is yours. Go ahead and address whatever you want to address, ma'am.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Um, so hey, Gabby, I wanted to say that you look very beautiful today.
Thank
Um,
you.
so my comments are kind of addressed to you and like maybe some advice for other women. I've kind of been reading the comments a little bit as everything is going on. I'm really sorry about what they're saying about you in the comment section. I feel like we should also take note, maybe some advice for women is to please watch how men treat women they're not attracted to. Listen to the words they say about women they're not attracted to. Listen to the way they treat women they're not attracted to. And that will tell you the type of man that he is. Me personally, in the way that I grew up, I will never ever like come for somebody's looks or try to make them feel bad about them the way that they look, because I know that is a heavy, heavy burden to bear. Unless they come for me, then that's a different story. But I think like women should read the comments and like the way that these men behave, because it's okay to disagree, but the way that they speak about women that they do not like, especially when Gabby has made no comments about how people look. She's never put down anyone for how they look, but they are being absolutely vile in this comment section, and those are the type of men that you need to look out for. That is a red flag. But I kind of, Gabby, also relate to you in a way that I guess I'm not a bigger woman, but I am also like a dark skinned black woman. And a lot of the times you like grow up like hearing that you're not the ideal. And that was the case for me for like a while until like I'm still in college until I hit college, and like something changed. I don't know what happened, but you look around and you don't see too many like wealthy men with a woman that looks like me, but somehow I was getting these men. I was getting them. But I was also very careful about the way that I vet men. You have to be like very careful with them, because they have no problem asking you to sleep with them. The first day these people meet you, they will ask you to sleep with them. But when you start to make demands and make requests, suddenly you become a woman that is demanding, a woman that is what was he saying in the comment section? A 304.
A city
You
girl.
should, yeah, you should. I'm telling you right now, make your standards as high as they could possibly be, because you will push away the people that are not for you. The people that are not for you will be pushed away. And that's okay if a man is not for you, you know what I mean? If he's not for you, he's not for you. But I would rather you set your standards so high that you don't pick the wrong man. And then when you pick the wrong man, there's like a whole bunch of like 60-year-olds telling you that you picked the wrong man and it's your fault and his bad behavior is your fault. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
set your standards high regardless of like what people say. It will be the best for you in the end. So that's all I wanted
But
to say. Gabby, you look very beautiful, and
Thank
thank you for
you.
listening.
Thank you so much. Thanks for
thank
watching
you,
my
thank you, thank you. Keeping up with Erica. You have a good night. All right.
I have a question.
Rob, did you want to say something before I let Mama Baby
Yeah, I
speak?
have a question. I have a question because when you start to set the when you talk about setting your standards high, um, my concern with doing that is you have to have a certain amount of leverage to be able to do that. Just like with anything else in your life, in order to make requests of somebody, you have to have enough power or equity to have that request be granted to you. Now, as a woman like Gabby, who she says she dates these 6 figure, 7 figure, multi-millionaire, whatever kind of men. I think what men in the comments are getting confused by is she doesn't fit the archetype of a woman that would be able to request those kind of things. So it's kind of off-putting and confusing to them. Like, why is this? She's a pretty woman, but she doesn't seem to be speaking in a way that would make a man want to go to the bank and clear, $10,000 on her. Like, why
What's
would he
wrong with
do
the way
that?
I speak, Rob?
It's just the way you somehow come off about the men that you date. It doesn't seem like you have a very high reverence for them. It's more so about what they do for you and not like how you appease them.
When I'm dealing with a man in my personal life, I'm not talking to him like that. I am coming more soft and more, like easier to digest. The reason why I come on here and I have more of a stronger tone is because of the feedback that I've been getting since day one, which is the Broke Boys Club, which is the Broke Boys Club is all the men in my comments who are saying nasty things in my videos. They have a lot to say about how I look and how I don't deserve a man who can provide for me, a man who makes money. Yet they're nowhere near making that kind of money, but they're speaking for the next man. So that's why I come on here like that. But when I'm dealing in my personal life, I don't have to be as defensive because I'm with a man who's not looking at me like that. He's not looking at me like, oh, why do you think you deserve me? Like, I'm the prize. You know what I mean? Like, I'm having regular conversations with men off of TikTok. I'm having like genuine, real, down to earth conversations with men that I date and that I deal with. It's only on TikTok that I come across that way more because I'm trying to make a point. And the point is, like, regardless of how you view me, regardless of if I'm your type or not, that has nothing to do with the type of men that I date or that I get with. I know it may seem crazy to some people that don't think that I should, that I qualify, but this, you know what I mean? Like you're, that's not reality is basically what I want to say. So.
Okay.
Rob, one
Can I
second,
chime in?
1 second, resource man. I do have to go in order.
Okay. Okay.
Mama's babies. Thank you for waiting patiently, Mama's babies. Go ahead. The floor is yours.
Hi. I know
Hi,
my Hi, you're really gorgeous, Gabby, just to say that by the way.
thank you.
Um and just I know my TikTok name is kind of weird, but my name is Whitney. Um
Hey, Whitney.
so just like listening cuz I've been on for a while, just to give a little context. I am 28 years old. I have this July I'll be married for 6 years. And me and my husband have been together for 9 years. Oh,
Congratulations.
thank you. So I can honestly say like cuz I'm still young, I'm in my 20s, like, but I'm so happy that like I'm not dating in 2023 because it's just insane, like, and but for the men and for the women, and because like I get what you're saying, Gabby, but I kind of get what Rob is saying as well because like all I see, like, all on my Instagram and my TikTok and even like my cousins and stuff who are single, like women, they look at men as what can they do? How can they provide for me financially? And what can you do to upgrade my life? And that's not real life. That's not real marriage. That's not a marriage that's going to stand the test of times. And like I got married young. I was only 23 when I got married, and we was broke. We were young and newlyweds, and we were broke, and now 6 years later we have grown to a point that we are financially stable. We just bought an acre of land. We're trying to get this house built, and like we built together, and that's what marriage takes. And had I had that mindset of he ain't buying me this bag and he couldn't get my nails done, I would have missed out on a good man and a good father for my
Beautiful,
daughter.
man.
And like
Oh,
I
Whitney,
just
Whitney. I'm sorry to cut you off. I just thank you so much. I just want to say personally
We
from
appreciate
me to you, thank you.
you.
God,
Beautiful,
God bless you.
beautiful,
Go ahead.
beautiful.
and like I just see somebody say like struggle love, but we weren't struggling. Thank God I never missed a meal. I never had to ask anybody to pay a bill for me. But that doesn't mean that we weren't where we wanted to be financially. I mean, you obviously you need to get to know somebody and know that they have goals and that they're serious about achieving those goals. And thank God both my husband and I both were. And we are still achieving goals. Like, I own my own business. He works really hard. We have a beautiful daughter. I'm able to put her in
You got a sister? You got a sister?
I do. And she's married though. But I'm able to put my daughter in gymnastics and soccer and everything else and just live a comfortable life. And we're still building and still growing. So I just feel like the expectations in today's society is unrealistic. We live in America in 2023. You need two incomes to be comfortable in most cases. For most people, if you're not a doctor or like a crazy experienced lawyer or like, I don't know, I just feel like for a majority of Americans and for majority of people, um I do hair, so I literally deal with people of all walks of life. I have rich clients who live in mansions, and then I have like, I go to the hood and do hair. So like I everybody I know needs two incomes to survive, for the rich ones and the poor ones. So it's like, I don't think it's realistic or fair to just expect. And just like what the host was saying earlier, like if you want a man to like ball out on you, look for an older guy, because guys in their 20s, like they're trying to get themselves established in life. You know what I mean? So
And
like,
Whitney, I don't mean to cut you off really quick, but even like a man in his early 20s or mid 20s that's not struggling, that like really got a career, that really has substantial savings, like really has investments. There's only a fool is gonna like do something like that.
yeah,
Like my brother Kevin was saying, like why would I wake up and go labor every day? Like I work 60 hours a week right now. Like I'm sorry, like your nice teeth and your big booty is not about to make me buy you a bag or take you on a shopping spree or just go above and beyond for you. Like you gonna be bringing some value to me too. You gonna be bringing more value to me than I am to you. To be
But
honest.
no, but that's my question for you, and that's why I wanted to address Gabby. Is I know Gabby, you might have a certain way you address people online, but what I think a lot of men would like to see, if women want to benefit from men having jobs and being six figures or seven figure earners, is that willingness to be helpful, that willing to say, you know what, I do have a man, and he did buy me this bag, or he did take me on this trip, or he did take me to this nice dinner, and he did that because I serve him in a way that he appreciates,
For
not just
sure.
because I'm pretty.
I'm all about that. I'm all about serving
I'm
my
sorry.
man.
I'm sorry. Hold tight, Gabby. I didn't want to
Oh,
interrupt
sorry.
Whitney.
Okay.
No, that's
Go ahead,
all.
Whitney. Go ahead, Whitney.
no, you guys are good. And I'm like reading the comments because people are like, well, you can be established before age 25. I mean, everybody's case scenario is different. And like, even for you, Gabby, I'm not really sure like what your situation looked like. I've seen people comment that you were a model and whatever, and you might be financially secure. So I would understand if you don't want to date somebody that's like broke or like under, what you make. You want to be like equally yoked with somebody, which is not, that's realistic. I mean, but I will also say I have all of my like cousins, like female cousins who are like super, super financially secure, are all single. And like, I don't know if it's because like, I, I don't know why. Like, so I just, I don't know. I think sometimes I'm not saying like lower your standards, but I think sometimes we need to be realistic, and it's about what's important to you. Because like, um, and even like what you guys have been like addressing, like looks and stuff, like I had the perfect body, and then I had my daughter, and my body will never be the same, even if I work out, even if I, you know what I mean. So like, it would just, some things just would never be the same. But thank God my husband didn't marry me for my body, you know what I mean. And so like, that's not real love, and that's not the love that's gonna stand the test of time. And like, we don't see marriages lasting anymore like they used to. And I'm not talking about a struggle marriage with infidelity and and just, abuse and toxicity. I'm talking about just real life marriage and real black love. And like, and I'm grateful that I have that. And I just feel like we need to be realistic.
I'm
Man,
glad.
you better preach. You better preach, man.
I'm so glad you said that. I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you're in like a positive, like loving marriage. And when you were talking, I thought of like when I was 2021, and people were telling me, you should get married now. Like, you hurry up and get married now, because the more you grow, the more successful you become, the more you build an empire on your own, that makes you, it's like harder to find a mate at that point. So I guess for me, at this point in life, I've you talk about building with somebody. If I maybe have found, like, if I found my husband at 2021, I might have thought of it differently and thought maybe I should build with somebody at that point. But I spent my 20s building my own empire, so why do I need him for? You know what I mean? Like, and not saying that, like, oh, I don't need a man. Like, I would love to be married and be in a relationship and all that, but because it feels like I am being hindered or taking like a back seat to someone, if he was like an average earner or whatever, to someone who isn't offering me like anything. You know what I mean? Because not only have I been solo and like building my own career, and yes, I am a model, but I also went to college. I was pre-law. I double majored in political science and psychology. I was going to go to law school, but the day that I was supposed to start law school, I decided to not do that and be a model instead, and thank God it worked out for me. But like, I just feel like it may be, the dating pool may be smaller for someone like me, because I couldn't, see myself with someone who wasn't able to provide for me, because I don't, like, I guess my biggest thing is I don't want to be stuck in a situation where I'm having a man's child and I have to like go to work. So that means like I have to trust my child with someone, like a stranger, to take care of. I have to, like, you know what I mean? I have to breastfeed, then I have to go back to like a 9 to 5, then I have to come home, cook, clean, do all the housework, all those things, because he just doesn't make enough money to be able to provide for his family. And that's just that's like a nightmare for me. That's something that I could not see myself doing. So
That makes sense, but I'm here to tell you, like, you don't have to be with somebody rich to get that. Like, my husband is by no means rich, and I stayed home with my daughter for the first 2.5 years because I had
amazing.
anxiety about daycare, and I never went back to work because I didn't want to put her in daycare, and we were good. So it's very attainable when you have a partner that you guys are willing to, make it
Yeah.
happen. And I just want to say, like, I'm like really reading the comments, and that guy that was in here, like, out of breath, ranting and crying, that went into the bar, he said something really rude and like, well, that's why you don't date women who can't snap back. And I'm just gonna pray for you, sir, because clearly you're hurt, and I see why now, and you're probably gonna remain single with that mindset. But
Hey, Whitney, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate you, man. God bless your marriage. God bless you.
Thank you.
We need more women like you in America in 2023. You're always welcome here. You have a good night, okay?
thank you. Good night.
All right, bye-bye.
Good night.
Hey, Mika, thank you for waiting patiently, Mika. Go ahead. The floor is yours.
All right,
Mika.
hey guys. Hey Gabby. So first and foremost, I'm Milk of the Movement. I actually made a video. Some might say that Gabby's and my videos are similar. And like Gabby, my video went super viral. I got dragged because I too listed my standards for my husband. And for the person that I was dating, it was featured on World Star. I think the reason why the Shade Room did not post it was because I started to issue letters with my lawyers to these blogs because it was just getting too viral, and I did not like that because I was getting dragged. So my standards, I guess, are similar to what Gabby's standards. I think we differ in certain way. Like, I personally, I enjoy working, and so I can't imagine me staying home with my child, but I don't have children. What I will say is this: I don't think that what Gabby is saying is unrealistic. I just think that the men that are trying to make Gabby's standards are not the men that she's for. Now, I appreciated the lady before that talked about, how things worked out with her husband, and that's great. But I don't think that a lot of men or even a lot of women have actually built a life around their comfort. And when you've built a life around your comfort, what I mean is, like, not just, oh, my bills are paid. I'm talking about, like, you're going on trips regularly, you're buying the things you want, you're living a comfortable lifestyle. Everything in your lifestyle revolves around your comfort. It becomes very difficult to date someone that does not live that way because they are not used to that. I will use myself as an example. I live in a 1 bedroom downtown condo. If I don't feel like cleaning, I just call my maid. She cleans. If I don't feel like cooking, I just call my local chef and he will cook a meal and deliver it to my house. If I don't feel like washing the laundry, I get my laundry service regularly. And so for a man who has, or a woman, I don't date women, but I'm saying for someone who has not built a life around their comfort in that capacity, it's difficult to try to build with them, no matter how much money they make. One of the things that people are forgetting is like, there's a lot of people that make six figures that don't have disposable income. You understand? And so, like, they're not paying for comfort. They're not paying for luxury. They're not paying for things that simply make them happy. And so, if you as a woman have built that life for yourself, of course, it's going to be hard to date someone that has not built that life for yourself. Now, Gabby, you're a model. I follow you. I see the things that you post. I'm assuming you've built a life based around your comfort. And so, to try and add a man who has not built a life like that for themselves, it makes dating difficult. It makes the relationship hard. It makes it, you're almost incompatible. Like, lifestyles matter. Lifestyles matter a lot. And I'm not saying that you're broke if you don't do it. This isn't, because you could make 65K and have disposable income to do things in your life that makes you feel happy. But you could also make 100K and not have any disposable income. And you got to do everything yourself. And
I have a
so,
question, Miss. I have a question.
yeah,
Hold on, let her finish first.
my point is, if someone has standards that doesn't match you, that doesn't mean that their standards are unrealistic. It just means that it's not for you. I will use myself as example. If a man is like, oh, I want a woman that cooks and clean, I'm out. That's not me. That's not me. But I won't tell that man, oh, you're wrong, or you're not cute enough, or you don't have pockets enough to be expecting a hot meal in a clean house. I'm just going to say, you know what? Personally, right now in this stage in my life, if I only do those things when I actually feel like doing it, those are not things that I do. I mean, I do them regularly, but like, if that's the standard for you, we're not going to work. I would not disrespect that man. I would not tell that man that he's broke. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, it's not for me. And so I just want for everyone else to give the Gabby that same respect. Like, if it's not you, it's cool. It's just not you. That's it.
Rob, go ahead and ask her a question, and then I'll let her respond. Then we'll go to the
Okay,
next
so
caller.
my question is, I think I saw Gabby's video. She had an outline of what she wanted from a man. I'm sure yours was just as in depth and busy. My question is, what do you think after you made that list? What do you think that man appreciates most about you?
Here's the thing. If a man dates me, he's dating me because he likes me. He's not dating me for my cooking skills. I don't have a big booty. Like, he's dating me because he genuinely finds value in me as a person, and vice versa. Now, in my video,
No, but I'm asking because you had a lot of specifics about the man, and
yes.
and what I'm asking is, when you had those specifics about the man, and that man also, hopefully he's conscious, cognizant of himself. I'm asking, what do you think would be first on his list that he would appreciate about you?
I'm not going to answer that question. You're trying to get me to say what I would give to that man in return. And my answer to that is, if you see someone and you like them being in your life is enough. The men that I have dated, and I want to add another point. The men that I have dated, they have dated me because they like my personality. They like being around me. And so they do things to make me happy. Same way I do things to make them happy because I like them. I appreciate them. Another thing that I do want to add is, like, lifestyle and finances matter. Me, I have disposable income. And so that means that I'm going to spend money to I live in Orlando, so I go to theme parks regularly. I
But
do,
miss,
Hold on,
no,
Rob.
no, no,
Rob, let
let
her
me
finish.
finish. Let me finish. And so for me, there are certain expenditures that I may not feel bad about doing for myself. Now, if I date a guy that doesn't have disposable income and he comes and he's like, well, I can't pay for us to go to Disney World today, it's going to be a little weird. And sometimes having a man with money is not even about them paying for you. It's about them just being able to keep up. It's about the fact that, for example, Beyonce, right? I'm going to 2 Beyonce shows, floor seats for
but
both.
miss,
Noble,
hold
how
on,
long?
miss.
How many people before me? I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be rude, but I have to jump on another live.
Yeah,
This is kind of getting a little drawn out.
Yeah, and I still haven't gone yet. I'm
yeah, we're
waiting on my
going
turn.
on. I'm
Yeah,
just, I,
Rob.
and I, my question was, I just want to get a
I got
just
it.
straight. I'm not trying to trick anybody. It's not a somebody said bring to the table question, not a bring to the table question. You made a list. I haven't seen the video, but you have a list of requirements from the man, of very specific, tangible things you want him to have or do or perform for you. And I'm just simply asking, have you asked yourself if he made that same list, what would he appreciate about you on that list?
The answer to a question is no, because that list, he has to ask himself. And if I don't meet his standards, then he just needs to leave. That's it. That's it. We don't have to go back and forth. If you feel like what I'm asking for is too much and I'm not meeting your needs, leave. That's it. We're done.
Did you want to touch on any last thing, ma'am?
No, that's all.
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate you. You have a good night. Okay.
Okay.
All right. That boy, hey, that boy, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
A lot of people be saying about the table question. I just Noble. I'm asking the host Noble. I just is that a bring to the table question? I mean, because I'm just trying to have I'm trying to use my proper logic as a man. She she has some list,
Right.
and my question is, if she made a list for the man, and the man is performing all those things, this imaginary man we've never seen, we don't know who he is, and I'm just asking myself, he has to have something he likes about her. I'm just asking for one particular thing that he would like about her or that he requires from her.
I don't
And
think
she
they think
said,
that far ahead.
Yeah, look, Rob, I understand what you're saying, but like the way women think, it's like they a lot of women, despite what like women like Whitney came up here and said, a lot of women think that, you know, I don't even think they really think being a provider means a man paying 100% of the bills and just funding your whole lifestyle. But that's just what women in America are equating being a provider to today. So it just is what it is. Dat boy, thank you for waiting patiently, brother. Go ahead.
Yeah, real quick, I just want to say, Resource Queen, you have a live to go to, so if necessary, I will be a gentleman and forfeit my turn so you can speak and get out of here.
Oh, okay, sounds good.
Oh,
So
thank
hold
you.
on,
I
hold on. It's
appreciate that
it
so
was
Yeah,
much.
because I need to cuss
it was
more and I need
Tootie.
to see what side you on. So go ahead.
Was it Tootie? Was it? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm saying your name wrong. Was it Tootie? Was that you that was asking, or was that Resource Queen?
It was me.
That was
Oh,
Resource
go
Queen.
ahead, Resource Queen. Go ahead.
So after her, then I'll go.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you again. I appreciate that. So I was just sitting back listening, and quite honestly, I'm disappointed because I think that we as women we give each other very bad advice, and I've received that bad advice from like my aunts and my mom, and I had to reap the I'm reaping now, but I am engaged, but I don't have kids yet, and that's something that I desire. So, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm in my late 20s. I don't say my age, but I'm in my late 20s.
Okay, that's fine. So, you're okay as far as age range. We give each other women give the worst advice when it comes to dating. They're not strategical. They just don't have strategy, and it's becoming detrimental to the younger women. The first advice that I would give the ladies in the comments is you should definitely, if you're between the ages of 18 and 24, understand that that is your prime. And if you desire a man that makes over six figures and things like that, you should probably look for him in that age range, because if you wait till later, there's a possibility that you're either going to end up in a polyamorous relationship, or you will not get you probably will not achieve that. And the reality is that when a man reaches his 30s, he's now in his prime. So why would he date someone that wouldn't have given him the time of day, in his prime, when he could date somebody that is in their prime? You understand what I'm saying? So we have to be honest with each other. That's just it is the way it is. Like, we didn't ask to be women, men didn't ask to be men, but that's just the cards that we were dealt, and we're here. So we just have to make the best of it. The other advice that I would give is, when it comes to setting goals for the type of man that you want to achieve, you definitely want to set your mind to it and have intent when you're dating. and then be very, very specific as to what you're looking for. For example, let's say you want somebody that makes 100K or a certain height or whatever. Actually write it down and then understand what that person is going to desire. What percentage of men are you actually going after, and then realize if that's realistic or not. Um, so for example, if you are looking for somebody that's over 100K, that's a very small percentage. So there's a lot of women that are also going for that man. So then you have to look at yourself and say, okay, well, am I a top qualifier? Do I meet all the looks expectations? Because men are very visual. They are. So what, if you don't mind me asking, are you looking for somebody that makes over six figures? Because I know most women are.
Yeah.
Gabby's not looking. Gabby dates 6 and 7 figure men.
Okay, okay. And are you looking to get married?
Yes.
Okay. So I would definitely be realistic with who I'm going after when it comes to marriage, because yes, men that make six figures will date women, but will they settle down? What is that extra that you're bringing that's different from other women? Or do you actually listen? Are you agreeable? Are you submissive? Because those men, they want submissive women, and they won't have a problem getting them, because if you're not, what you're not willing to do, someone else will. And then also, what values do you guys share? The same values? Men that make over 100K usually have conservative values normally. So do your value systems align?
I think so.
You think so? You would consider yourself conservative?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, that's good. That's a win, because it's very rare nowadays. Um, but I'm trying to think, where was I at? um, all right,
Can you
girl, would your
define what you
ex
mean by conservative values?
conservative, like non-liberal?
Oh, you're talking politically?
I
Yes,
mean, that's what
politically.
I'm saying. Do you mean
Oh.
politically or
Oh,
yeah?
Yeah,
I
like
thought you meant
traditional
like
or
in a relationship. I don't,
politically.
okay.
I'm
Maybe
sorry,
I should.
yeah. So your value systems
No,
really
I'm not.
align.
I'm not politically conservative. No.
Okay. Um, most black, you want to date a black man or marry a black man?
I'm not. I don't have to. Like, I'm open to just a good man.
Okay. Most okay. Well, not
Hey,
even just black men.
man,
Most men,
what in the world, man?
mo- most men that make over 100K
What?
are typically conservative, and I'm pretty sure that those guys, when they're asking questions on a date, they're gonna ask, simple questions that are probably gonna disqualify you, because I personally couldn't date. I'm conservative. I personally could not date a man that was liberal. It would not work, because our value systems don't align.
But
Um,
if I can interject, isn't
Hold on, hold
anyone
on, hold on,
who's
hold on, hold on, man. Hold on, man. You gonna get your turn. I do have to go in order. I gotta go in order. You gonna get your turn. You gonna be able to speak. Just wait. Resource Queen, go ahead, finish up.
so let me see. I'm trying to think, where was I at? I mean, I, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but I would say that you probably want to lose some weight as well. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be, you know, shady or throw shade, but I personally lost 50 pounds myself. I was pretty overweight, and my dad was the one who actually told me. None of my family members told me. My mom, or the women basically. And I mean, it's overall, it's going to be good for your health, and if you want to have children, it's going to be best for you to lose some weight. So yeah,
I
that
feel like
that's
you
pretty
were
much.
right about one thing. You said, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't let you finish. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I feel like you were right about one thing. Sometimes women do give bad advice, and I feel like everything you just said right now, I would disagree. I think that was bad advice.
Well, I'm pretty sure, because you don't agree with it, or you're probably experiencing cognitive dissonance, but that was literally from a place of love and experience. So you can take heed to it or not. But yeah, most women are not going to be 100% honest when it comes to their advice. They're going to tell you, do you have fun, live life, and quite honestly, this it's just not the best. It's not the best. You have to understand what men desire and make sure that
Have
you
you ever
align with
dated a
that.
six-figure man before?
Yes.
Man, she's married.
She's not married.
I'm
Are you
engaged.
married?
I'm engaged.
Is he a six-figure man?
Yes.
Oh, great. That's awesome. Well, the
Okay.
six that I've dated, they've never they never said I had to be conservative. A lot of them have not been the ones that I've run into. I don't really mind if you're politically conservative or liberal as long as we can have a conversation about it. And you say I need to lose weight. I may lose weight for my health, but that's for me, not for a man. I wouldn't lose weight for a man. And a lot of the men that I date, 100% of the men that I date, they like how I look. That's why they're dating me. That's why they would take me out. So I don't feel like that really applies like in my personal life.
Okay. Resource
Okay.
Queen, say your last words, and I am gonna go to the next caller.
Okay, no problem. I would just say that dating is completely different from marriage. And I'm not experienced yet because I don't get married till August. But when a man is, from what I understand, when a man is looking for a wife, he's looking for a woman that's going to raise his children and be the mother of his children. So when it comes to the values that I was mentioning, those would definitely need to be aligned. And hey, when it comes to losing weight, of course you want to do it for you first. But if you are desiring a certain type of man, you want to also understand what that man desires too, because there's a ton of chicks out here, and it's a game, it's a dating game. So if you want to win, you want to play with your best cards. That's all I have.
All right. Thank you, Resource Queen.
Thank
Always
you.
appreciate you. All right,
All right, bye y'all.
we're gonna go that boy, and then we're gonna go Ty, and then we're gonna go Chevy, and then we're gonna go Tootie, and then we're gonna go Blazing. And then we'll see what time it is after that. It's 11:55 p.m. Central Standard Time. If y'all do want me to, who's got that background coming in?
What?
Yeah, man. I gotta go at like 1 o'clock. That's why it's like it's probably 11:55 over there. 12:55. Yeah.
Yeah, hey, that boy. Hold on, Ty got to go really soon. Just hold Ty. I'm gonna let Ty speak, and then I'm gonna let you
Damn,
have the floor.
again? Damn, again? All right.
Go ahead, Ty. Go ahead.
What's going on, everybody? Tyson here. Okay, so ladies and gents, Gabby. You can sit this one out because I'm not even gonna talk to you.
All right.
Ladies and gents, right? So this is the thing here. Okay, when it comes to men, we are quick to tell men exactly what they can't and cannot have easily, quickly. What if it was a man? Let's ladies and gents, let's be real with it. Be real with Ty here. If this was a man up here saying, "Hey, I don't want to date no big women, no big women," and they kept on saying that over and over and over again, would you show him the same amount of respect that you show this woman? And to be honest with us here, be truly honest with her here. I'm not here to tell her that what she looks or that her how she looks or her standards are too high or whatever the case might be. This is not what I'm here for. As I say, because at the end of the day, go find what you want to find, and that's by all means. I hope you get it. But we also talked about people with what you call it when it comes to advice, right? We have a lot of women that giving terrible advice. When I came in here with that other person that you had up here, I forgot her name. She had like a dress on the fro, whatever. I forgot her name, whatever. Terrible advice. She told you guys for ladies to raise your standards double. Absolutely not. There are people, ladies and gentlemen, that are okay with living alone, or to not being with a man or a woman, which is fine. But if you're telling a woman to double her standards all the way up, it even depends on a certain age that they are. You're telling them to boost their standards all the way to the max where they can't reach it because you're saying that it avoids the bad men? No. Where do you guys get this from? This is comical.
They get worse the higher you go up.
And it's like, exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, we understand when it comes to human beings, when it comes to life, right? We are going to be honest with people, even if they like it or not. Okay? You will be honest with a broke man, right? Because I guess broke men, just because a man is lacking money, he's such a terrible person. Just because he's lacking some money, guys, doesn't mean he's a terrible person. I'm sorry to break it to you. He's a terrible person. Doesn't mean that he won't be a good dad. It does not mean anything like that. All we do, especially in today's world, is care about money. wondering why we are not together. You are looking at things that don't fucking matter. Yes. When it comes to stability, basic level stability, because I talk about it often on my live. When it comes to a man has to have this, the man has to have a whole bunch of things. Men, you do need to raise your standards because in a lot of cases, we're easily giving up that cat, you know? Like, well, women giving up that cat, and they said like we're trying to grab it. We're not giving up the cat. I say we're trying to get the cat, right? Typical man shit. But we need to be somebody. If we want to have a wife and when we want to have children, we have to be able to pay the bill. We have to be able to allow our woman to feel calm and being able to sit back, rest in her feminine, so she don't have to worry about nothing. So men, we do need to work hard. We need to be busting our ass to take it to that level to say, hey, I have worked hard enough to be able to achieve that success, take care of my family and my kids. That should be an achievement for us. So men, raise those standards. Raise those standards. But when it comes to women, we already are approaching you guys. You already have a certain amount of standards. Some women don't have that much standards, but for the most part, you guys communicate with each other very often. So in a way, you guys are gaining standards from each and every one of each other. You know what I mean? Y'all just interchanging it between each other. So I don't go on monologuing too long. Ladies and gents, right? At the end of the day, I need you guys to be honest with every single person. Even though you want to be honest with that man that is overweight or unattractive and stuff like that, which you will 1,000% dog him. That's what I'm saying. You guys are, especially when she came in here, off of the simple fact that you know that these women receive negative publicity or people talking bad about them. We have our amazing women coming up in here, be like, "Oh, beautiful, Gabby, you look good." Yeah, da, 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 da. I promise you, that's God. If this was a man, here, you would not give him the same amount of respect. Let's be real about that. You wouldn't.
Men don't have other men.
So ladies, I'm not done speaking. When it comes to men, okay? Men and women, we gotta stop looking at strictly material. People keep on talking about 100K is not enough. What? Back then, I'm a Caribbean man. People back then were doing much better together with less. You have the nerve to come out of here and be on freaking social media and talk about y'all can't do it? We have somebody that was just in the box just now saying that I pay a maid and this and that. Y'all don't worry about y'all life skills. You don't care about life skills, cleaning up and cooking. And I can clean as a Caribbean man. Yeah. I believe in versatility. You're telling me you would rather spend money or whatever, this and that black people don't even really have. They're trying so hard to keep up with the Joneses while these other individuals and these white people are looking at us like, yo, you guys are freaking idiots. Y'all arguing about this. Y'all trying to do that.
Hold on.
Y'all trying to get.
Go ahead, Ty. Go ahead.
Sick. Ladies and gentlemen, it is absolutely sick. As I said, Gabby, by all means, get what you got to get. Because I believe you could do whatever you want at the end of the day. And ladies and gents, y'all can set y'all standards high as ever. But please do not be mad if you end up short or end up settling anyway. A lot of people will set their standards so high and they'll be like, well, I'll probably drop this. Well, I'll probably drop that. Maybe I'll give this man a try. And then, or in some cases, well, man, I don't need men. I'll just be single, which is fine too. But do not be mad and get all over this internet talk about how bad men are when you made the bad decision to listen to people that didn't really want best interest didn't have the best interest in your heart. Terrible.
Hey, Ty, say what you be saying at the end of your lives before you leave, bro.
Okay, ladies and gents, as I said, never allow anybody to make you feel like you're not important. Okay. Surround yourself with people that truly care about you and want to see you do well, right? And the things that you want in life, guys, you can achieve them. It depends on how hard you're working. You need hard work, dedication, and that resilience. Never forget that. Take care, friends.
Appreciate it, bro.
Appreciate you, bro. Take care.
That boy, the floor is yours. Before you speak, listen. It is 12:02 a.m. Central Standard Time. Listen, I know, ladies, I know y'all baby daddies, they don't work. You know, they want to be kingpins. Listen, they want to be kingpins. they're robbers and just unproductive citizens. And but guess what? All you women that come, bro, you got some background coming in, bro. Where you at?
Oh, that's probably my fan. My fault.
Oh,
Hot.
okay. It's all good. Listen, listen, y'all be on here talking about money. Y'all can't even afford to get TikTok coins. Y'all be on these different platforms running y'all mouths. Y'all can't even afford to buy 100 roses. So guess what? Being that I am a working man and I got work in the morning, you gonna send a money gun if you want to come up here, or we gonna get the likes to 50K before everyone is done speaking on here. Otherwise, you're not coming
Oh,
back up here because I actually
yeah,
got like things to do tomorrow. Um,
yeah.
that boy, go ahead, brother. Yeah, y'all can't even. Yeah, start withdrawing. Start withdrawing y'all requests. It's 10 plus y'all in there. Start withdrawing y'all requests. Y'all don't got not one. Y'all don't got not one rose
I'm
in your
dead.
TikTok in your TikTok little thing right now. But y'all want to get up here and talk about men having money in this. That's my thing. Like, where do y'all get this mindset from? Because y'all don't even come from money. Your mama never had
Oh,
money. Your daddy never had money. Nobody in your whole family tree never had quote unquote
Come
money.
on with it.
But you got
yeah,
Come on with
sir,
it.
all these,
sir.
Finally,
You're
somebody speaking
delusional.
on
but
it.
you
I'm
got,
sorry.
Somebody
Delusional.
but
said it.
you,
Come
but
on
Delusional.
with
You
it.
Let
I'm
just
the
gonna
church.
give you
Let
a.
the
I'm gonna
church
hey,
show
say
you some
amen.
love.
hey,
Somebody.
no.
but you got all these standards for like men with like, and then when they money in their pockets. But we ain't gonna talk about it tonight.
Right.
Go
I
ahead, go
We
am.
ahead, Gabby.
definitely he need to have.
Oh
I gotta
yes,
finish this.
yes.
Go
We
ahead.
nah. We
You
gonna
said
talk
when I
about it
was
before I
dating.
leave. Thank you.
Super
Mm.
villain. Thank you
Did
for
you
the
see that?
gratitude.
Did you get
Oh
that?
my gosh, DJ Club, hey DJ Club J Live. Thank you for the coral. Tootie, thank you for the
Right.
roses. See, the people in here that got money, they can send some gifts.
I'm crying.
That boy,
I'm
Yeah,
so
sir.
glad that you said
that boy,
that.
go ahead. That boy, go ahead.
All right. So where do I begin? First of all, I just want to say thank you for bringing me up here. Second of all, everything that like Resource Queen and Mr. Sir that was here before then, and all the other ones that are speaking against what majority of Gabby has been saying, and all the other ones that are agreeing with her, and all the people in the comments that are agreeing with Gabby, they're absolutely right because of the fact that, and I just want to say to Zilla Peace, first of all, that man got up here. Yes, he poured his whole heart out without taking a breath. I'm aware of that. But to the women in the comments, y'all literally are trash. And I'm gonna say that with my whole chest because that man. So what if he went through something and he had to get that out, and that was a trauma response or whatever? How dare y'all sit up here and chastise him because of that? Like that's the stuff. That's the real stupid, goofy stuff that we talking about. Like the man got up there, even whether it was out of trauma or whether it was out of factuals, he still said it, and y'all still sat up here, took it, internalized it, and used it against him to basically try and bash him and bring him down. When you all should have been listening to understand rather than listening to respond. You know what I'm saying? And like, it's just crazy to me how y'all can get on this app and say all this stuff with your whole chest and be ugly on the outside as is on the inside and just think that you're fine when you're not. Like some of y'all are sick. Some of y'all are really sick with the stuff that y'all be agreeing on. And then get mad when we call y'all out on it and basically say, well, I didn't mean it. Like, no, you did. You definitely did. And you're trash for that. You're really trash for that. Like, it's just crazy to me. And then on top of that, Gabby, you had you were talking about you want to date 6 and 7 figure men. Where do you want to date them at? Are you dating them in the United States? Are you really in that group of 15% of men that make 6 or 7 figures?
Yes.
Okay. Where are you finding them at? Because I just inquiring minds must know.
I said it earlier. I live in the city. Like, I know a lot of people that make that amount because that's on the low end when you're paying for just to live. Just to live is expensive. So I'm in Los Angeles now. I spent the last 8 years or maybe like 6 years in New York City. I'm finding
Hmm.
everywhere: dating apps, coffee shops, grocery stores.
Hmm.
You know.
Okay. Okay. Now, man, there's just so much. So you're comfortable with being in that 15% dating range pool. That means you have a 15% chance of finding somebody and being with them for the rest of your life or however long time shall stand between the two of you, right? So follow
Yeah.
me here. So you're good with being in that 15% dating pool range, right? So
Yes.
let's say, for example, you find a man that's within the 15%. Y'all date for X amount of months, whatever, maybe even a year. Then y'all break up, right? You go back into the same dating pool and you keep dating. Eventually, you're gonna run out of ammo, sis. You're gonna end up back in the cycle dating the same man that you just finished a year or so ago. You see what I'm saying? Like you can't sit up here. I mean, look, at the end of the day, you do what you want to do. You grown. You in your late 20s. You do what you want to do. You're a model. Do what you want to do. A lot of the stuff that a lot of the men that are saying here is not to deter you from doing you. A lot of it is a warning. A lot
Well,
of it is a
why do
warning.
you feel the need to warn me though? Like, why is that
Okay,
you?
so wait. Let me stop you there because if we don't warn you, then y'all sit up here and say with your whole chest, black men have never protected us. We're trying to protect you now, and then
That's
you
your
don't
way.
listen.
That's your way of protection. Basically, sis, you need to lower your
We
standards because you ain't it. That's your way of protecting me,
when we sometimes the truth hurts, sweetheart, but at the same time, at least we're doing it to
baby.
protect
Do
you
you
and not
make
hurt
six
you.
figures though? You talking like with your whole chest,
I
like you
don't
one of
want
the
you.
15%? Are you in the 15%, sir? Because
First
you
of all,
talking a
ma'am,
big game, like you know.
first of all, lower your tone, because first of all,
I'm
I'm gonna
just
just say this
saying.
right now. I don't want you. Okay, let me just get that out the way. I do not want you. You are not
I
my
don't
type.
think you'd have a chance, but
I
continue.
I really doubt that. But anyway, moving on. I'm not saying I need to make six figures to date you. I have my own standards that send me way far off into the distance to find the woman that hopefully the Lord has for me. And I don't need to make six figures to attract her. Technically, right now, if we really want to get technical and greasy with it, I'm talking to a girl right now, and it's looking like it's gonna go in my favor. And I'm not making six figures to do so. I didn't have to make six figures to talk to her.
Congratulations.
So, okay, but see, and keep the sarcasm. I don't care for it. Anyway, like I'm saying, we're
Can
we're
we
doing
just
this to warn
maintain a
you.
level of professionalism and not be crude?
I'm trying to be fair, but like we're doing it because y'all sit up here and say black men don't protect y'all. Then when we actually try to go out of our way to warn y'all, and then before you sit up here and say it's a lowering of your standards, no, we're not saying to lower your standards. We're not saying to send the bar to hell. No, but we are saying there has to be a balance. Right now, y'all are living in an very high Kingdom Hearts based fantasy land, and sorry to say, it doesn't exist.
To
It just
you,
doesn't,
to you, it doesn't exist. Of course.
ma'am.
You're not living that life. I get it, boo. I get it. You're not living that life, but like for you to say the life that I'm living, I don't understand that. I can't go over to you and be like, yeah, you can't get that girl. You'll never have a chance with her. Like, who am I? Like,
But y'all do it anyway. Though. Anyway, you all right? Like I said, a lot of the stuff that we say is a warning. I'm not trying now. I'm not going to sit up here and say all of it is a warning because some of it is misogynistic, some of it is pretty bad, some of it is bashing, and I don't stand for that. That's corny. I don't stand for men going out of their way to bash women like that. However, if there's women bashing us men all the time on this app, I've seen it, I've witnessed it, I've been a part of it, I've been targeted by it. And I just don't understand how anybody can bash anybody else when one, they don't know them, two, they've never grown up with them, they've never seen them, that they've never seen them, but they just automatically know based off of how they speak or based off of their profile picture that everything, like they just know everything. And that's not the case. And it's like you can't sit up here and bash us just because we don't meet your standards because there are videos I've seen videos I've stitched some of your videos actually. There are some videos that I've stitched off of you where I just don't even know what I'm doing. Like I don't even know what I'm looking at here.
you're one of the
And it's
stitch
so
bro.
yes, yes I am. Yes
Bro.
I am. Yes, yes I am. Um it saddens me. It saddens me because this is how far we've fallen. But black men are supposed to stick to black women like glue, and then black women are bashing us. And granted, yes, vice versa, black men bash there are black men that are bashing black women. I'm not gonna turn a blind eye to that. That also needs to stop. But there has to be a white flag raised somewhere to stop it and to, you know, reconcile here. We can't keep doing this. But ma'am, all I have to say to you is
Next to the
good luck, Godspeed to you. If that's what you own, if you like it, I love it. I look, at the end of the day, I don't care. Just please, just don't. What did Ray say? Don't get back up here. Don't get back up on this app talking about some where the men at or whatever.
I've
Because
never said that.
not
I've
yet. I feel like it's
not
coming.
yet. I've never said that. I never needed to be
You
like, where's the men ain't shit? Where's the men? I've never had to say that.
all right? Look, man. That's pretty much all I got to say. At the
Hey,
end, because everybody didn't say everything else I was going to say.
hey,
I
that's
hate
not
that I
funny,
was
man.
last.
Hey,
So
Thank
thank you
you.
for waiting patiently, Ryan. You're always
thank-
welcome here. All right, brother. You have a good night.
appreciate it. Thank
That's
y'all
not
for the
funny.
gifts. Y'all have
All
a good
right.
night.